Hi, I'm Kristen with Dickman Farms, and this is your Smart Gardening Tip. This week we're going to talk about tomatoes, prepping and planting. Key things to keep in mind: patience when it comes to temperatures, because it's spring, you will have frost. Prepare your garden now, and then you're ready for Memorial Day when this weather kicks up to about over 50 or around 50. That's when we're safe to plant. These guys don't want to go below 50. They freak out. Then you'll have beautiful, bountiful harvests later on for these perfect, beautiful fruit. So when prepping your soil, a couple solid inches of a compost of your choosing, whether it's a manure-based, leaf-based, whatever that is, till it right into the top. This will be enough nutrients and organic matter to allow moisture to penetrate and get some nutrients back in. Prepping your garden also goes as far as saying don't put it in the same spot as you did last year. You want to rotate your crops like farmers do with corn and soybeans. It's smart gardening. They're putting nutrients back in as other plants are taking nutrients out. So move your tomatoes and your beans around, move your peppers around. It really helps long term for strong, established, healthy plants. When you plant your tomatoes, as long as weather's good, if it's not, put a bucket over, a row cover, something where it doesn't touch the leaves and it protects the temperatures, the ground temperatures. You want to very carefully take them out of their container. Bury tomatoes deep. This and roses are the only two you really ever want to plant deep. And when you do that, you want to take off your bottom leaves and leave the top 2 inches of foliage. You plant these deeply so that ground level is now here. Do not plant your leaves because they will cause fungus issues later on and rot. So you plant them deeply. The other trick is if you can't dig as deep or it's a raised garden, you can also lay them down. They'll grow up. It's a vine. Tickle their feet. You've got the compost in there. You can also sprinkle some root tone down in there, tomato tone down in there. That helps with root development. And it's got a little extra magnesium and calcium in there, however you want to cut the cookie. This is granular, and this is water soluble, good for hard water that we have too. Works great when watering. Lay these in, plant them, and then you want to make sure you stake it. You'll have a couple different styles of tomatoes, determinate or interdeterminate. What does that mean? Well, one's a determined size and one is not. So one will just keep going however big of a trellis you give it to grow on. You're not limited to ground planting. You can put these babies in patio pots too. They'll be very big plants, just remember to water. The biggest preventative you can do, and I can't stress this enough, is regular watering. Don't keep these wet. You want to make sure the soil dries down about 2 inches before you do another deep soak to get the ground roots. Once you get those roots to grow deep with any plant, you'll have a healthier, stronger plant that can survive if you go on vacation for a week. You can always set up a soaker hose or something if your neighbor's not available, or mom or dad. So these are the key pointers for you to end up having very healthy, no blossom and rot tomatoes, and a very successful harvest later on the season. So until next time, happy gardening.